Hello and welcome to Unnecessary Roughness. I wanted to sound as boring as possible like Brandon used to because, fellas, we are less than 4 days away when this comes out. So it's Sunday night. We're recording this on Sunday night. We can be open to the people. It's coming out on Tuesday. This week we have football, which means it's time for a T-Bob rally speech, okay? This is Unnecessary Roughness. Week fucking 0 is here. Go off, King.
Here it is, y'all. The long dark of the offseason. Remember how you felt all those months ago when the Natty ended and you knew you were staring down 6 months without the sport that defines your life every single weekend for half of the year? Do you remember the longing that you felt, the pain, the absence, the loss? Well, guess what, guys? It's almost over. 7 more days until this Saturday. You're going to be posted up, drink in hand, coffee in hand, place at bench, getting ready to watch Farmageddon. Gone down in Ireland, of all places, where they love and know a thing or two about fighting. So we'll see who's going to survive that fight and maybe take the first step to the 2025 college football playoff, lad. I can't fucking wait. College football's back. Let's go.
Woo! You know what's great is that right before we recorded this, Brandon reminded all of us that this is not Showtime at the Apollo, and that's exactly what you just did. You put on a fucking show, and I appreciate that.
One day, Kayce is going to let me know ahead of time that we're doing one of these because I do like writing these things. But yeah, it's fun to freestyle a little bit.
Okay, I'll go ahead and let you know that next week when we start doing 3 episodes a week, because we'll be doing the reaction Saturday podcast. I'm gonna need on Thursday when we do the preview. I'm gonna need a true week 1 pump up.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I got you. You can write that down.
I got you.
You mentioned the coffee for week 1 or week 0 going into Farmageddon. Also the Twisted Tea. I know we're all at home on a Sunday night right now. The Twisted Tea's probably been hitting, but this, Brandon Walker, this is our mega episode. We've done the Power 4 conferences. We've predicted who we think are going to win the ACC, the Big 10, the SEC, the Big 12. Now it is time. We are going to do our 12 playoff teams. We are going to predict our national champion. We are going to predict our top 5 Heisman finishers who will be in New York. And we're also going to start with this, Brandon. The boldest, the hottest take you could come up with pre-week 0 for the 2025 college football season. And Brandon, I will let you go first.
Did you say anything about Twisted Tea?
Yes.
Yeah, she said it's beautiful. I mean, I'm drinking a Twisted Tea right now.
Yes,
sorry,
it's Sunday night.
Sorry, you guys have just been talking forever, and I was just noticing how blue my eyes look in this light.
I literally said the grab on a Sunday night.
Do not play this game with this fucking egomaniac. Let Brandon fucking Walker just worry about Brandon fucking Walker and let him give us some more of his shitty opinions like that Miami one the other night.
Well, no.
Hold on, T-Bob. Mr. Johnny come lately. Oh, Brandon's shitty opinions. I'm the one that convinced you to pick your own fucking team to win the SEC. I'm the one that convinced you that LSU. You came in there and was like, I'm going to pick Texas and Georgia, and I'm just going to be a good little bitch. And I said, no, T-Bob, we're not doing that.
No, it was nothing that direct. It was more of an amalgamation of it was the whole. It was the sum of all the parts of the conversation that led me that way. You played a role. You get a supporting actor nod for sure, but no. That was
also his opinion about Miami is just not shitty. He's correct.
I love that I made you two team up here.
It has nothing to do with Kayce being on the same side, but I am correct about that. But here's the thing. My boldest take. So I look across the country. I've got several takes, and one of them will be in my playoff 12 in a minute. That your schedule is way more important than how you are as a football team. Several of those teams in my playoff 12. But I look in the top 5, top 6, top 7, and there are certain teams that people just assume are going to be in the playoff. Ohio State, Texas, Georgia, teams like that, teams that are up there every single year. And there's a team that played for a national championship last year that I believe people just assume will be back in the playoff this year. And my bold take is that Notre Dame will not be in the playoff. Notre Dame is the first team that I look at. Now, they're not the only team. I got Alabama missing the playoff as well. And did I really, really attempt to take Georgia out of the playoff. But Notre Dame, to me, is the team that is in that top 5 or 6 that will not be there in the end. Quarterback is a gigantic question mark. It just is. Defensive line is going to be solid, but not what it was last year. The defense is going to be very good as a whole. To me, it's the schedule. Last year, they got off to a good start by beating A&M, and then they lost Northern Illinois, and that schedule nursed them back to health. It took them up and held them to a bosom and said, hey, it's okay, buddy. You're going to be fine. Here's a couple easy wins, get you going back in the right direction. And by the end, they were good again. Not happening this year. They open at Miami. They got A&M at home, and they go at Arkansas in week 4. Listen, Arkansas is not the best team in the world. What a slippery-ass game that is. And then late in the season, once they put it all back together, they got at a very tricky Pitt team. I think it's a 9-3 team. I think Notre Dame is missing the playoff, and that's my bold take.
I agree. I don't think they're going to make the playoff. It's not my bold take. But, I mean, when you look at them being an independent, if they go 12-0, 11-1, obviously that's like they're going to be slated in. They go 10-2, and you look at what's happening in the Big Ten and the SEC and what we've talked about with our conference predictions, like even if they were to go 10-2, they're not a lock, in my opinion. They're obviously much closer, but you look at the other 10-2 teams. But Jeremiah Love's phenomenal. They have a great offensive line, but not having a solid quarterback chosen yet. I think it's the first time they've had a quarterback battle since like 2021. You don't have Sam Hartman's not walking through that door. Riley Leonard's not walking through that door. I'm not saying the quarterback's going to be bad, but it's not like in the past few years where we just know who the quarterback's going to be.
It's my bold pick. What are you doing? My bold pick.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, are we supposed to respond to each other to the bold take? Yeah, or whatever. I guess I can say my Notre Dame piece later. I want to make sure I understand though. You're not calling Notre Dame's resume from last year into question. You're saying that it just fell to where they had a couple easy games immediately after Northern Illinois to find their feet. Because by the end of the because by the end of the year they had a fucking incredible resume. I mean, 7 ranked wins, 3 playoff wins.
I mean, I don't know how good. Yeah, by the end of the year after the playoff, going into the playoff, their resume was 11-1. But after the playoff, that run through the playoff was outstanding. But I do think those 5 or 6 games directly after Northern Illinois softened their road back to getting to where they had to be. Because after Northern Illinois, did anybody think they were going to go 11-1 to make the playoff? No, but the schedule eased them back into.
They did beat the fuck out of everyone there too. Like they caught fire.
Eased them back into progressing to where they needed to be. By the end, they were one of the best teams in the country.
I'll say this too. I think 10-2 Notre Dame is a lock for the playoff.
Yeah, they are, but that's fine.
But I've seen that. I've seen that. There's questions about that.
I don't think they're going 10-2. Is my point. All right.
No, I mean, listen, I obviously, like I said, they would make a great candidacy if they went 10-2. I think it would depend on what else happens in the Big Ten and the SEC. I truly do.
Yeah.
And like that to me, where this is my bold take, and I had multiple, but my bold take is I think there are going to be 4 teams from both the SEC and the Big Ten in the college football playoff this year, which seems crazy, but that's what I think that these conferences are so much better than the rest of the country. And when I sat down, I was like, do I think it could be 4 from the Big Ten or 4 from the SEC? I couldn't choose one or the other. So I am putting 4 teams from both of those conferences in. That obviously means I'm leaving out Notre Dame as well. But that is what I believe. That I think that the Big Ten is much like the top 3 teams in the Big Ten. They're the heavy favorites right now, 10.5 win total. But the SEC is so I don't even know what the word is, but they're going to get 4 teams into. Just so entertaining. So I'm going to do 4 from the Big Ten, 4 from the SEC.
All right.
I don't know how bold that is. I think it's right. I think it's correct. I don't know how bold that is, but it is.
I feel like when you have 12 spots and 2 of the conferences take up 8 spots, like that is, I mean, I think it's bold to say that, your one conference is only going to get 1 in, and obviously you have the G5 team. So I don't know, maybe it's not that bold, but that's what I landed on.
I mean, no, to your point though, it's like last year, I think a lot of us would have said that as well. And then it ended up not happening because the SEC ended up holding themselves out by too many 3-loss teams. But
if Notre Dame hadn't gotten in last year, it would have happened last year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I think Notre Dame's in. But we'll get there. Ev, what you got, man?
All right, my bold take. This one's a spicy one. The Oregon Ducks missed the playoffs this year, 3 losses, and the schedule is not that bad. It's not that difficult, but they're tricky spots, though. Couple tough road spots. Penn State, and I'm telling you, the key one that I think is going to be the reason they missed out. They go to Washington last week of the season. They're going to lose that football game. Maybe they lose one to Iowa on the road middle of the season. Listen, they're a talented team. But last year, the Dan Lanning suckfest got a little out of control, especially after the Ohio State game. And listen, this is not me taking my, whatever. It was all the 12 men on the field. It was, what an incredible coaching job. He's a good ball coach. I don't know.
It was a good job.
It was a good job in that game. I don't know. But then when it push came to shove, time to prepare, 34-zip second quarter. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. Dan Lanning's a good football coach. This is a good team. They lost a lot on defense, a lot of moving parts on offense. Listen, and you can say that a lot about some of the talent teams in the country. But my bold take is that the Oregon Ducks lose 3 games this year, and they miss the college football playoff.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I toyed with that. I think I was too scared in the end.
Also, not the biggest Dante Moore guy. Need to see it.
Yeah, I mean that's whatever. We'll talk. I guess we'll talk Oregon later. All right, whatever. I'll go next. My bold take: the Texas A&M Aggies will win 9 regular season games, 9-3. How about it? They won't make the playoff. But it will result in a pretty good bowl appearance there. And they'll be 9-3 for fuck all you guys out there making your Texas 8-4 jokes, okay? Not anymore. Because the 9-3 Aggies are incoming like a fucking freight train. They can't be stopped.
You are such an asshole.
Gig him. What? I'm supporting you. I'm saying they're going to
you're being patronizing. You're being patronizing.
I know.
And Brandon loves it so much. Brandon's over there fucking giggling his fat ass off right now, and I just do you want to know my real bold take? My real bold take, and this is really bitch made of me, but these are not going to be reflected in my playoff picks. I got competitive and went very chalky in my playoff picks. But if I wanted to think about something actually bold, it's that one of the 2 teams, either Iowa or Nebraska, will make the playoffs this year. Either Iowa or Nebraska. The only reason I'm not just saying Nebraska is because Brandon's going to be like, what the fuck? Because I've been talking about fucking Nebraska. But no, but that would be my actual bold take, that one of those 2 teams will find their way in.
But they're not in your playoff.
They're not in my playoff. I went very, you'll see. You'll see. I went very chalky.
Because one of those teams is in my playoff.
Okay.
Iowa.
Ballsy.
It's definitely Iowa, which is, by the way, you want to talk about a full heel turn. I don't know if I ever would have expected you to say as many nice things as you've said about Iowa, and we haven't even played football yet.
No, it's Nebraska, though. He definitely has Nebraska in the playoff. 1,000%.
Nebraska?
Yeah,
We'll get there.
Okay. All right,
now, as I understand, Liam has a bold take for every Power 5 football team.
Yes, yep. Power 4.
Power 4 nowadays. Yep, I do. Brandon.
Never G5.
Brandon, has anyone told you your eyes look particularly blue today?
Come on. Thank you.
Talk to me about Oma, Mississippi, playa.
Talk to you about what?
Oma, Mississippi.
Oma, Mississippi.
Yes, you're the Mississippi guy. Yeah.
You have created a town that, to my knowledge, doesn't exist.
It feels like a D's nuts joke.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just home to top 7 Heisman finisher, Ahmad Hardy, running back at Mizzou.
Oh.
That's my bold prediction. I planted my flag last year with Ashton Genty. Told you all long before the season began, he's the best running back in college football. I'm not saying Ahmad Hardy is the best and most talented running back in college football today, but by season's end, he will produce at one of the top ways of any running back in the country. He'll be up there on a production level with Jeremiah Love if he's healthy, and Nick Singleton. This is a guy who went out at UL Monroe and tore it up as a true freshman. He's one of the only FBS running backs who had over 40% missed tackles forced rate on both rushes and receptions. He only had 8 catches, but this is a guy that you get the ball in his hands, people are not going to be able to tackle him, and that game is going to translate in the SEC because he has such a violent running style. He has such bad intentions. He had such great fluidity. This is a guy whose game is really going to translate, and I think he's really going to be one of the most premier running backs in the country. Ahmad Hardy's going to backpack Mizzou this season.
God, that's a good take, dude.
Thank
Brandon,
you,
Oma, Mississippi?
So apparently it's down in Lawrence County.
Yeah.
It's down the southwest part of the state. It is as absolutely nowhere as you can possibly be. It's just north of Wanilla, Mississippi, which is beautiful this time of year. It's nearest to Brookhaven, so Oma, Mississippi is a thing.
When I Googled it, it says it's a small unincorporated community. I don't even know what that means.
I think that means it's like not officially a city, right?
It means it's a map dot that has probably 20 houses there or something like that.
A small unincorporated community. Wow.
It's probably a stop sign.
Yeah, now to get a guy to be one of the top Heisman finishers is coming from a town like that. That'll take you back to the old days of maybe the 1950s Heisman finishers, where everyone's from the middle of nowhere.
Shout out to Brian Vincent, ULM head coach. Dude knows ball.
Shout out to the Ram Cafe and Grocery in Oma, Mississippi.
A website called us.com, which I don't know how,
it's United States website. Yeah.
Credible it is. The Oma population is 5,635 people.
No chance. No chance. There's
a lot of people.
No.
And the average home value is $100,000.
No chance. There's no fucking way.
5,000 people. That's a lot.
That's kind of a lot.
True. You looked up the wrong website.
It's not nothing here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the livability is a C+ according to this website.
Okay,
let me tell you something. I love my home state. I love it. It's my favorite place. If Oma, Mississippi is a C+, then where I'm from is A++++ mega plus.
This one says there's 38 people per square mile.
Oh wow! I've heard some
websites credible.
I've heard that Mississippi's out here because normally Louisiana, Mississippi, we just kind of, we fight in the bottom of the barrel and the shit to try to be 450. I heard y'all are like moving up. Did y'all crack the 30s?
Buddy, in education, we're 34th, motherfucker.
What the fuck is going on? What are y'all getting too fucking big for your bridges? You think you're hot shit now?
I moved
walking around 34.
I moved the Walker kids out in education. Shut up.
Who's last? I thought Mississippi
probably
was
Louisiana, dude.
West Virginia or Arkansas, probably.
I don't know.
Nevada's way down there at the bottom too. Mississippi's running circles around us.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Mississippi, goddamn it!
32nd percentile, motherfuckers.
All right,
baby.
Okay, so
hold on, Kayce. Did you do your bold take?
Yeah. Well, you said it wasn't a bold take.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a bold take, and I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. And it's about getting your dick hard and having better sex.
Yeah.
And I really hope I have an ad soon because I don't really want to just vamp about getting your dick hard. So I'll view this. There we go.
Just keep clicking.
I'm talking about Blue Chew. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. It's not just about getting hard, it's about staying hard. Blue Chew is built for both. Be ready when she needs it and get your first month of Blue Chew for free. Great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy for your dick pills, Big Ev, like you always do. Guys, this just isn't just about performance. It's about legacy or third legacy. When you lay it down with Blue Chew, you're not just making memories, you're shifting paradigms. Elevate your bedroom game and become a case study in evolution. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Special deal for our listeners. As always, your first month of Blue Chew is free. Just use promo code ROUGHNESS. Boy, there's a lot of jokes there too. Roughness at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's it. Join Blue Chew's global mission to make better sex the dominant drive. I can't handle Big Ab making all those motions. Stop the drive of modern society. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety info. Huge thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast.
Can you imagine fucking so hard that you cause a reality shifting paradigm change? I mean, that's Genghis Khan level. They say that like 1 in 500 people in Mongolia have Genghis Khan's DNA or something.
Genghis.
You know
You
it's
don't
Genghis,
think his name's Genghis?
You eat enough, and they're going to start calling you Genghis Cock.
It's
Why
Genghis.
do you? His name's not Genghis.
What?
Genghis is the boy.
I
Genghis.
believe in academic circles there's debate and that both are acceptable.
No,
I'm
you
not
just
100%. I'm not 100%, but that's what I believe. Shout out
This is
Genghis
just coming
Khan.
off of the heels of Louisiana having great education, right?
Yeah,
Genghis-
okay.
Genghis
What
Khan.
of it? Hey, how about you fucking win 9 games, okay?
You're
Shut
so
up.
fucking hateful. I will say though that I perked up when he was like, "You're not just making memories, you're shifting paradigms."
Yes.
That is a hefty goal, folks.
I
So,
just fucked a hole in the space-time fabric.
Really?
Just fucked my way to an alternate reality. I'm sorry. Okay, let's talk ball.
listen. I've been in
Brandon,
different
what's wrong?
realities before, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, okay. Not a sex podcast, a college football podcast. Brandon, it's okay. So we're gonna do our 12-team playoff. And I don't know what the best way to do this is. Like, should you just
Nope. Just here's what you're gonna do. Kayce, you're gonna go first, and I want you to go 1 through 12. Give me your 12 playoff
well,
teams.
no, I also but I bracketed mine out. Like I'm a nerd, okay? I went full
Sicko.
blown bracket. So that's the way I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna do it that way. I'm gonna do my seeding, okay? So number 12, Boise State will be playing number 5, Penn State. Number 11, Oregon will be playing number 6, Kansas State.
Oh.
Number 10, Miami will be playing number 7, Illinois. Number 9, Texas A&M will be playing number 8, Alabama. The next round. Number 1, Clemson will be playing number 8, Alabama. Number 4, Texas will be playing number 5, Penn State. Number 2, Georgia will be playing number 11, Oregon. Number 3, Ohio State will be playing number 10, Miami. And my final 4 for the 2025 college football season, number 1, Clemson versus number 4, Texas, and number 2, Georgia versus number 3, Ohio State. Playing it. Yeah, but
What?
getting there is not super chalk.
She was on a roll, dude. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
why are
No,
you
no,
such a
keep
fucking
going.
hater?
Keep going.
You only interrupt me. You don't do this to anybody else.
Keep
yes,
going.
I do. I interrupt everybody.
Well, he does interrupt that. I mean, he
Fine.
would interrupt me too. Yeah, sure.
Fine. Number 1, Clemson will be playing in the national title versus number 2, Georgia. And your Clemson Tigers
Chalk.
are winning the 2025. I don't feel like many people are going to have Clemson at number 1.
No, I agree.
Clemson will be your national champions in 2025. And that one was hard for me to pick, okay? The picking who was going to win, but I'm going to go number 1, Clemson is my national champion.
I actually
All right,
love the
let's,
seeding idea, by the way. That was badass. Like,
Thank you.
just going on that whole
I got
mental
some
journey.
ideas, or some questions.
Okay?
Number 9, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Explain.
They're going to go 10-2. They're going to lose to Texas to go to Atlanta. So they will be sitting there. They will have 2 losses on their schedule.
There's your bold
number
take.
12. Number 12, Boise State. You think they're going back to back?
I do. And I really didn't like that they're playing Penn State again, but I do. I think of G5, that's where I'm going to put them there. I know they're the odds-on favorite to make it there too. My problem with any G5 team, and I like that we're doing the reseeding now, I just can't ever make an argument that they should be higher than 12. So I feel like they're always going to be there, at least like in my fairly new playoff brain. So that's where they're going to be. And I do think that they're going to be the representative. Yes.
I don't think that's a fair thing, but I don't think last year, if the seeding hadn't been the way it was, I think Boise State would have been 12.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I would never not put them at 12. Like I hated that they got the automatic bye that they did last year.
No. What I'm saying is you're going to put them at 12 every year, right?
Yeah.
As
But
of right
last
now,
year-
yeah.
Last year, I don't think Boise State would have been 12 if they hadn't been an
Oh, you
automatic
said
3.
you didn't think they would be. Oh, I do think that they would have been.
No, I think they'd have been ahead of SMU. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Probably, yeah. You're probably right. Yeah.
They would have been like 10th.
I would have put them at 11. I would have put it, and I mean, I think they would have been behind Indiana.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know.
I feel like you could definitely make the argument that they would be above SMU, but I still feel like, I mean, and again, it's a Power 4 bias, I guess, but like I feel like a G5 team should always be behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kayce's point stands. Okay, guys, it's not the same level of football. The G5 needs their own playoff. I don't care if they seed higher than 1 or 2 teams. The G5 needs their own playoff, dude. This whole performative song and dance about letting and I know. I'm sorry, Liam. Do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, a lot of your favorite college football moments stem from the group of 5.
Yes, true.
App State being Michigan.
Yep.
Northern Illinois being Notre Dame. Marshall being Notre Dame. All this, and I know, I'm just saying, a lot of your favorite. Cooper Kupp being one of the best receivers of all time. You're welcome.
Oh, wasn't it? Was it Marshall that who beat A&M like
App
College
State?
Stage Company? Oh, App State. That was fucking awesome, dude.
I mean, like, legit, one of the group of 5 and the FCS will create some of the best college football moments and memories that you'll ever have. And if you want to eradicate it, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to eradicate it. I want the group 5
to I know what you're saying.
I want them to have more money. We can still play in the regular season and then give them a playoff and let them fucking stack cash.
It would be sick.
Because like I agree, a group of 5 playoff would be nice. I do agree with that, but also giving the one team the shot to go and compete for a national championship, while the probability is very low, that's in the spirit of their game and their identity and their mindset. Anyway, give them 1/10% and see what they can do with it. Let them have that. We all know that they're probably not going to do anything with it, but at least the Cinderella, the stories that stem from the NCAA tournament over on the basketball side. You want to go and do a little mid-major tournament and take away from that? It just, come on, T-Bob. Come on.
You're right. You're right.
I don't want to take mid-majors out of the NCAA tournament, but a mid-major tournament would be sick. Okay.
But like, you at least have the one top dog still playing.
Kayce, this is your segment and your time. This is your 12. So you have picked Clemson to win the national title for the first time since 2018. Why?
Because first of all, I think they're going to be the only team that is undefeated going into the postseason, which is why I have them at number 1. I think everybody else will have a loss. I mean, I think they're going to go undefeated in the ACC. When I really sat down and looked at it, I think that of all the teams, they have the least amount of question marks, and I trust their head coach more than anybody else. So like when you talk, and I know you talk about Penn State, and why are you shaking your head like that?
Because why won't he put his microphone on a stand or something? Why is he holding it the whole time?
What are you talking about? Can you hear it? Is it making noise?
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Should have told me.
I was like,
it has never made noise.
No. So my point being, and thank you, T-Bob, for your co-signing head shaking. I did notice that as well. When I looked at it too, it's like I know that, Brandon, you mentioned Georgia. I'll be very interested to see where you slot them. I really like Georgia. I like this team. I like Gunnar Stockton. I obviously love Ohio State, what they have. We don't necessarily know exactly what the quarterback situation is going to be. Arch Manning's going to be really good. Sark is good. I don't think that Arch Manning's going to win a national title his first year as a starter. And while the Final Four is chalk, when I look at Clemson and what I think Cade Klubnik can do, we know how nasty their defense is going to be. And we have a head coach that outside of Kirby Smart, I would trust across the board to win these games. And I think the talent level matches and what we saw last year with them even making it into the playoff with I think a lesser talented team, I think they're going to do it. And honestly, like it wasn't even really just like a Dabo thing. I think that they have the most answers and they're going to be playing in the ACC, which I think is, a much easier conference, but I think Miami is going to be good enough to make it in too. So that's why I have 2 teams from the ACC.
Fair enough. All right. I like it. Anything else anybody needs to have her explain from hers?
No, it was great. I apologize for the mic, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know.
That's okay. It wasn't that bad.
Right.
But,
no, I only seeded because my OCD refused to let me not seed. It wasn't like I was trying to be like an overachiever. I just had to seed to know exactly what it was going to look like. But it was also very fun. It was very, very
get it.
fun.
Nobody on this podcast has seeded more than me. Okay. I have seeded.
That is true.
So many times.
4.
I can't even seed anymore. That's why I didn't.
I just found a random
Physically can't.
I guess I technically have never seeded.
Oh, bro, Kayce.
Well, you've been seated,
I've been
Okay.
so
seeded.
you have experience.
Yes. I have been seeded.
Big Ev, have you ever been seated?
I have not.
Okay, wow.
Who's next?
Well,
Let's have Big Ev
Hold on. Everybody, hold on.
seated on the surface level.
Right.
We are out of control on a Sunday night.
Kayce, I want to write everybody's down. Your 1 was Clemson. Your 2?
Here. 1,
Who was
Clemson.
Georgia?
2, Georgia. 3, Ohio State. 4, Texas. 5, Penn State. 6, Kansas State. 7, Illinois. 8, Alabama. 9, Texas A&M. 10, Miami. 11, Oregon. 12, Boise State.
Okay. All right. I'm writing everybody's down so I can have it for my records. Whoever's next is going next.
What? You know that Lukey's going to make a graphic.
I want them for my records. What's the problem?
Okay, whatever. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Ev, why don't you go next?
I go next. All right. I have a 12. I tried to throw them in order real quick for the people. I didn't bracket them as pretty as Kayce did, but I'll just rattle them all for the people. Listen, my Buckeyes going to be 1. I hate to say it to the people. This is what's going to happen. We're going to run it back again.
You fucking son of a bitch.
No, you're not.
I'm not out here. I'm not like Mississippi State saying we're going to win a national title. I'm the reigning champ saying we're going to be the number 1 seed again. I knew I was going to get shit for that. I'm sorry with that, but I'm not putting us anywhere but 1. Clemson 2. Going Clemson 2. I think they run the table. I'm going Texas 3. We got Penn State 4. You got Georgia 5. You have LSU 6. This is where we start to get a little nuts here. I guess this is where the order doesn't really matter, but my last half. Washington gets in the college football playoff. Kind of little piggyback of what I said before. They beat Oregon last week of the season. They sneak in with 1 or 2 losses. Washington makes the college football playoff. We'll be back later. Arizona State, my Big 12 champs, like I said, they will be in the playoff. This is, again, a team that was brought up earlier and a team that I've been high on. This is this year's Indiana, your scheduled playoff team. The Nebraska Cornhuskers sneak in strictly due to their schedule.
I'm the one that told you that. I'm the one that told you that.
No, you're act like no one can, like, just look at the fucking schedule.
That's supposed to be mine. That's mine.
You should have went first. I've been saying it all year.
No, you haven't. I'm the one that said this is a scheduled team. This is my
saying
team.
it all year.
No, Ev has been saying it as well. He has been saying it as well.
This is such bullshit, man.
They don't
This
play
is
anybody.
fucking bullshit. You have
They
not
don't
been
play
saying
anyone.
that. I've been
Yes,
saying
he
that.
has.
They don't play anyone. I would say they're going to be favored in like 11 to 12 games. They lose to Penn State. That's probably it. As long as they handle business against Iowa. But Nebraska, Brandon, if you thought you were going to get pissed, Ole Miss gets in the playoff.
Oh, you can just be wrong then. Go ahead.
No, I really, really believe it. They lose 2 games.
Lane Kiffin couldn't win with the best roster in school history. He's going to win with the worst roster?
So how ironic will it be when they make the playoffs this year at 10-2 without their NFL quarterback, without losing some good talent, but they still have a lot of talent. They reload. With their NL and all this, they reload, Brandon. They don't rebuild. They reload.
No, they don't. Watch.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. Ole Miss, and then another team that I actually didn't really talk about them a lot in their conference preview, but I am high on them. And I think there's a weird scenario where they even could not make their conference championship and still get in if they go 11-1. Utah, really like Utah still. Yeah. The reason I didn't have them in a title game is because I think there's a world where they lose that game at Baylor and they weirdly don't get in the conference title game because of the tiebreaker. But a 1-loss Utah, I think, gets in this playoff. And then my G5 team, UNLV. Brandon, who's the quarterback UNLV this year? One of my favorite players ever. Anthony Calandria.
Brandon's leaving.
Ball player.
He's left.
Ball player. Gunslinger. Let Dan Mullins think his quarterback rich brain and hands into one Tony Calandria and let him cook All these Power 4 transfers. Dan Mullen is a damn good football coach. UNLV
Badass mother
is your G5 team that gets to the playoff. Tony Calandria, we're right into the wheels fall off, baby. Tony Calandria and Dan Mullen. What a combo. Get him out of Virginia with that guy, quarterback guru. Magic's going to happen.
Hey, Ev, don't forget about the orgy package either.
Yeah,
definite orgy package.
Goal line packages. I don't mind some goal line pack. Calandria's
No, they'll be
not
filthy.
the
They'll
biggest
be
guy. Don't want Calandria taking those big hits. Let Orgy punch it in. That's fine. We're a team game here. We just want to win games. Win the Mountain West college football playoff bound.
Brandon, are you okay?
I love that.
I'm just going to look like Johnny come lately over here. He takes all my picks.
Thank God I went first.
It's not
Brandon.
taking your picks. Everybody can have their opinion.
He has never said Nebraska was a schedule.
Yes, he has.
Never
Yes, he
said
has.
that.
Yes, he has.
I've never said that. I
Yes, he
said
has.
that. That's me. I said Nebraska's this year's Indiana. And
Brandon.
y'all know that.
Just look at the
It's
schedule.
better-
Their schedule's been out for 10 years.
Just remember, it's better to be a Johnny come lately than a Johnny come early. Okay? You're okay. You're fine.
It's fine.
Maybe the craziest things that Ev's picks were so extreme that it's made your beautiful hair a little must.
I know.
You look-
Now my hair's
I-
fucked up.
I know. It's okay. Just sit. Just
Listen,
take a
I
breath.
live life on the edge. Listen, I'm the guy in this segment last year. I said NC State was going to make the playoff. Maybe the worst take in college football history.
That was a good shot. That was a good shot.
Ev,
That was a fine
Ev.
shot.
You're not taking that away from me, the Florida State take.
That's true.
That's fair enough.
Liam
NC State stop. Thanks.
I know.
T-Bob, when I tell you that when we did our ACC preview last year, that we were all in shock and awe at how confident Liam was about Florida State. It was.
I jumped off the state the ship after 2 quarters, though. I
It
knew to
was
get off.
It was appalling.
Hey, look, if you got DJU, I mean, you got to trust him.
I expected effort from high-end players on defense, but, tough.
One of the worst 180s we've ever seen. Brandon, before you go, let's talk about Wayfair, okay? Because Wayfair will calm you down. Because I know right outside your windows right now, you've got a lake. Okay, you've got a gorgeous lake, and you've got all your lake furniture, all your outdoor furniture, and it's there thanks to Wayfair. And as summer winds down, get back into the routine you love. Obviously, people are going to college. You might be moving apartments, moving houses. You might just want a new couch to sit your ass on to watch college football. Whatever it may be, Wayfair has it. Refresh your workspace or weeknight dinners. You can get quality cookware as well. They've got everything you could possibly need. There's something for every style in every home, no matter what your space and budget is, and it makes it easy to tackle your home goals with endless inspiration for every space and budget. T-Bob, I know right before we started recording, you were saying you guys haven't necessarily gotten to the basement side of things yet.
No.
In your new house?
No, not at all.
Wayfair can hook you up with that.
Hell yeah.
You've got a lovely, you're in your Sire. Is that what it's called right now?
Good God.
Shire.
The Shire. You've never seen Lord of the Rings, Kayce?
I have not.
Okay. Well, we'll fix that. But
Okay.
no, this is the Shire. This is Baggin. This is where
The Shire.
Bilbo
My bad.
Baggins lives. Later
Well,
bequeathed
Bilbo
to
Baggins
Frodo
definitely
and
shopped
Sam.
at Wayfair.
Yeah.
Shopped at
I mean,
Wayfair.
look at it.
Get organized, refreshed, and back to the routine for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now and shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. I can't believe I said Sire. Definitely a Shire. I know these things. Versatility. Okay? Versatility. Okay, Brandon, your playoff 12.
Hey,
I go-
don't copy Big Ev. That's my one request for your 12.
Poor,
Just don't
poor
copy
guy
Ev.
playoff, but
I go
just
last.
copy pasting the others.
I go last.
Oh, you want to go last? Okay.
I go last.
Okay, T-Bob, your playoff 12.
Okay, I'm feeling a little self-conscious about mine, if I'm being completely honest now, because
Why?
I just feel like I just went straight chalk, but whatever. But we'll get into it. Okay. I just chose 12 teams. I got Clemson in it. We hold these truths to be self-evident. We all chose Clemson for a reason. I have Penn State in there. Obviously, it would be a disaster of epic proportions. Like it's to the point where, like, would James Franklin be fired if they didn't make the playoff?
Yes.
UGA in there, and it's funny because UGA has a fucking hard ass schedule, but it's Kirby Smart and UGA. Like, this is one of those, you don't need to do any analysis. You just pick them and you'll be right more often than not. in this current era of college football. I have Texas in there. I have them making the SEC championship. So, of course, I have Ohio State in there. I have them number 2 behind UGA in that metric of like, I don't have to think about it. I'm just going to write them in and I'm going to be correct. I have LSU in there. I thought really hard about it and I ended up coming up with a rather novel opinion that they're going to be SEC champions. And so, of course, that means that they get in the playoff. I got to say this, too. If Kelly doesn't make the playoff this year, then I'll never, ever believe in him again. Like, this is the final stand in that regard. I have Oregon in there, and this one I really struggled with, kind of what we touched on earlier, because I don't know if I believe in Dante Moore, but I do actually believe in the Dan Lanning hype. What they did last year was kind of fucking insane. I didn't fully realize this. Shout out our guy Brett from Pick Six, because I love when somebody comes up with a couple sentences that encapsulate a ton. And the fact that they beat Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State all in the same year, which had never been done in 120 years of football in that conference. They also beat Michigan State and Wisconsin. They beat literally every Big Ten winning championship team ever in 1 year, and they dominated, went undefeated. I know they're replacing a ton, but they replace it with a ton of elite talent. I don't think they win the Big Ten or anything, but I do think that they end up making the playoff. I have Arizona State in there because I think they win the Big 12. I know about all the close games, but as I've talked about earlier, I think that's a team that now knows how to win. I actually do believe in Kenny Dillingham as well. His track record is pretty stellar at this point. And plus I like him, They were kind of like, how when a new person joins the friend group and you like get to hang out for a night and you drink 10, you're like, fuck, dude, this guy's fucking awesome. Like, I hope he comes back. Like, fuck yeah. Well, I think like they're coming back to the party, and I'm excited about that, about Levitt and Tyson and everybody else. Shout out Liam Blutman. I have Utah in there. I think the scenario Ev laid out is exactly it. I have Utah getting in with like not playing in the Big 12 championship, but getting in at large because they're like 12-1. And I really trust Kyle Whittingham, right? I mean, how could you not at this point? Like, he would have multiple playoffs to his name if this had existed in the past. I have Notre Dame in there. I'm a believer in Notre Dame. I think they took a step forward in that UGA game last year. Like, it was obvious they were the better team without Carson Beck playing, and they went out there and they fucking proved it. And again, I'm not sold on the quarterback. I'm not sold on the receivers, but I am, like Kayce alluded to, I am sold on O-line, great defense, and Jeremiah Love. Like, it's an old school attack that plays well, kind of off meta of what most of college football is now. I fucking hate myself for this. In fact, I'll punch myself in my balls that can no longer seed for this because I deserve it. But I got Alabama in there. Me thinks we may have overcorrected a bit on Alabama. They are the second most rawly talented roster. It's what we talked about the other day, right? It's kind of weird they're ranked down at 8 and we all kind of poo-poo them because of the 1 year. But at the end of the day, they have a better roster than everybody. It's just the quarterback position. And I like Kalen DeBoer. I was afraid of Kalen DeBoer when he was hired. I think this will prove, did he just take over an impossible situation? Can you follow up the greatest coach ever and ever be good enough? I think this year will prove it. And then for group of 5, Liam, who's your group of 5 team?
My group of 5 teams, the Duke Dogs.
Wait, who?
The Duke Dogs.
James Madison.
Who?
James Madison. James Madison.
Okay, of course. And then for my group of 5 teams, I got JMU, the former Fighting Signettis. I mean, James Madison. You bet him every week over the last 2 years, and you've won more than you lost. The team just knows how to win. They've been knocking at the door. This is the year when they burst it down. Obviously, really, guys, I don't know shit about the group of 5.
I was going to say,
being honest.
you came prepared with not a G5 team. He gave you a name, and then you went into a spiel as if you had prepared that spiel.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly it. That's what this job is. It's just pretending like you know things.
Just making things up as you go. But I do. Am I just like Is it you said you went chalk? Is the chalk pick not Boise State? I mean, I know that they obviously lost.
No. To be clear, I have no idea about the group of
gotcha.
5 is what I'm actually saying, Kayce. Like, I don't know. Like, for me to offer a group of 5 opinion would be disingenuous at best. So I have it written here on my list, Liam's group of 5 team.
Oh,
So if you want to put that on the graphic, mine is just Liam's group of 5 team because I trust he actually watches them.
That's true.
I don't, if I'm being honest. So I'm going to trust Liam here. James Madison makes the playoffs.
So we have no history. We have no reference point. We have nothing to base this on. I wonder in the next 5 years what's going to be the average of teams making the playoff one year to making it the next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I have 6 teams that made it last year that are making it this year. 50% feels about right. There's going to be some like unexplained ones that just drop off. There's going to be some out of nowhere. So I wonder where the safe spot's going to be. Will it be 9 every year? Will it be 3? I have no idea.
Well,
I hope I'm wrong because I think I'm probably at like 8 or 9 right now, and that's kind of lame.
But I mean,
so again, that's why I feel bad. I hope I'm wrong.
It's the same. I mean, with the 4-team playoff, right? It was like the complaint, which was a dumb complaint from people that don't like college football, but it's like, oh, it's always the same teams. And then like when LSU popped in 2019, it was like, oh my God, we get to see different colors. But the G5 thing will be interesting because like I do think, because I'm the same way. Like I know like enough to talk about it, but like I would trust Liam 10 out of 10. But like when you look at Boise State, like we saw them play so often last year, and they do bring their quarterback back. So to me, it's like, well, that's chalk. Well, like, it's a G5 team just going to continue to repeat that spot? I don't know.
My thing with Boise State is they do return so much talent. Losing Genty is obviously massive. I do absolutely adore the running backs that they have. Dubar and Sire Gaines is going to break out in a big way. My issue with Boise State is, one, UNLV's a big time problem in the Mountain West, and it's going to pain me as a guy who was riding that bandwagon last year and the year prior that they were going to knock on the door. And you two, Brandon, Big Ev, you're going to reap the rewards. Good for you. And two's the schedule at South Florida off rip is a really tough game. They're playing Notre Dame as well. Then you're probably playing UNLV twice. It's a very difficult schedule. I think they're plus 180 to make the playoff. I think that's way too rich. That's just off brand name and brand recognition. As Brandon kind of said earlier, it's not the best teams that fill up the 12-team playoff. Who do you play? What's your schedule look like? And that's why I say I love JMU's schedule.
T-Bob,
champion. I didn't say champion, did I?
I know.
All right. No, I mean, I think Kayce, I don't know if I have much to add. I got Clemson, and I meant to say this in our ACC preview, and I might have tweeted, but I don't think I explained it. But like, the more and more we talk about it, we think about it, we read about it. I don't know why Clemson, like, if you believe Penn State is the number 1 team in the country, then I think you almost have to believe that that Clemson is too. I mean, they're so similar in so many different ways. Only, as you pointed out, like Dabo's been there, done that. We're excited. We're Penn State fans are hoping that James Franklin could do things that he's never done before. This is old hat for Sweeney. Plus a dyed in the wool man of faith. What is at the core of the Christian religion? Resurrection. What better way to resurrect Dabo from the dead when we all thought he was done? Little old Dabo won't portal, won't do this, won't do that, won't pay his players, and all of a sudden he looks like he maybe has the most complete roster in the entire country. Where is the weakness for Clemson? They'll have an easy schedule, but enough big games so that they can prove themselves. Like, they'll be ready, but they won't be overtired. It makes all the sense to me in the world that Clemson will win the national championship.
I'd like to apologize real quick because I was being a great big bitch while he was speaking. So you two were Clemson. Who did Big Ev choose to win the national title?
Oh, wait, yeah.
Did you?
I guess I didn't. It's always tough because, like, I'm going to say Ohio State. Everyone's going to be like, oh, what an idiot, even though I was right last year. Even though I just was dead right. The only one that was right. But, I mean, listen.
Whoa. What?
What?
I feel like Brandon might have said Ohio State as well.
What did you just say?
I said Ohio State won the national title, and I was the only one that was right.
Oh, no.
Well, before the season. You said
Ohio
Penn State?
State.
Didn't you do the Penn State thing last year?
No, that was 2 years ago.
You're
You
right,
said
no.
Ohio State was going to win the national title before the season
Did you
last year?
before the season? You might have. I'll believe you.
I actually don't know, but I am the one that had to tell him during the season.
I think that you picked Penn State again to win.
No. Listen, hold on. Brandon, I will give you. Listen, on our darkest day, you tried to lift me up and say, "Hey, it's not over." You did. No. When I was on the ledge, bottle of whiskey in a loaded 45 sitting on the table, just pondering life. Brandon tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Hey, gonna be all right. Hey, hang in." He did, and I will give him that credit. I absolutely will. Will. But listen, Ohio State lost a lot of brand names. I get it. A lot of brand names, the Jack Sawyers, the JTTs, 14, 15 draft picks. I want to also keep in mind, this is the same team that lost a first-round left tackle, NFL center midseason, no problem, depth out the wazoo. Offensive lines, even though they lose those guys, lose Donovan Jackson, another first-round pick, still bring back a lot of starters, a lot of guys that play a lot of football. Hinsman, Luke Montgomery, Austin Chevrold. A lot of talent there, a lot of talent. Brought in a couple big-time transfers, Philip Daniels, Onenwa, I'm going to say his name wrong, Rice kid, really, really good tackle. I think the big thing, the front seven's the big question mark. They just are loaded there again. I'm telling you, I know no Jack Sawyer, no GTT, but the Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, Bo Atkinson, who had, I think, 7-8 sacks last year at UNC, very good player. Caden McDonald looks like a monster on the inside, played a lot of football last year, was incredible. Sonny Styles, obviously still there, was a monster, going to have a huge year this year. The secondary's loaded. We all know that. Caleb Downs, Jerry Matthews comes back. Igbo comes back. Ton of talent still back there. Hartford, a lot of guys. McLean. This team's going to be loaded, I'm telling you. Receivers, obvious. If Sayan's anything what they thought he's going to be, this team's going to be just fine.
Is Sayan going to start? Do we know that yet? Has that been officially confirmed?
Okay. It's not announced, but he's going to start. I'd be shocked. Okay.
You know, it's bad of us for not even like double checking. I just assumed that he was going to say Ohio State was going to win. Like when I moved on, I was like, oh, Ohio State. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing for you, Ev. I'm saying like that was just my assumption.
I don't even like to, because it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If I sat here and spieled for somebody else, you know how Columbus, Ohio would want my head on a stick.
Trust me, I'm going to get deep dicked by Baton Rouge for this one.
But I believe it though, because I really think this defense has a chance to be just as good as we were last year. And I know that's crazy to say with all they lost, but I really, really believe they can be just as good as they were last year.
Okay. All right, Blutman, you're 12.
Yeah, Big Ev, you swayed me. My 1 seed's UCLA. I think UCLA is going to end up winning the national championship. I like on a real note. I think it's in this day and age, it's quite blown out of proportion looking at these big dog programs and saying, look at what they lost. It's the easy way to go about things and a time and place where these teams truly do reload and they are equipped with more first round talent, with more special players who have special traits and could be coached up like crazy. Like it's time to stop looking at teams, seeing what they lost, and writing them off the next year. I'm going to start with my 1 through 4. My 1 seed is Clemson. You guys have hit every nail on the head. There's nothing else to be said there. My 2 seed's Ohio State. My 3 seed is Georgia, and my 4 seed is Texas. So my 5 seed is an undefeated Utah. I don't think an undefeated Utah will surpass Georgia or Texas, despite those 2 schools probably having a loss. My 6 seed is going to be Penn State. 7's Notre Dame. I think it's a funny little game that you're playing, Brandon, and others are playing with Notre Dame and talking about the quarterback. A lot of you were sour on Riley Leonard last year. His play was solid. Notre Dame has the strong identity and culture. Like T-Bob said, the defense is going to be stout and tough. Leonard Moore is a monster. That team is all culture, man. Their offensive line is going to show up and play. Jeremiah Love's going to go and run the rock. You're going to still have the quarterback run game incorporated into their offense. Malachi Fields coming in is a better receiver than anyone that they had last season. So I think looking at Notre Dame and writing them up because you're questioning the quarterback position is wrong, because they're going to get a whole lot more out of that offense and quarterback than you expect. My 8 is LSU. My 9, look, I ain't the guy who's throwing fits when other people on here are saying good picks, because that to me is game, respect, game. My 9 is Washington, Big Ev, YKB player. My 10, schedule. Missouri. Missouri's my 10. I think Missouri's getting in there, and Brand's got a little something on his face. Maybe he shouldn't have gone last. Maybe Big Fella should lead off. 11's Arizona. Yeah, 11's Arizona State, and 12 is JMU, the Duke Dogs. One really tough test on a schedule that's at Louisville early on a Friday night. I think they could compete in that game. Fun little thing to look at here on offense filled with transfers. Alonzo Barnett, returning quarterback, is going to be hurt. We don't know exactly when he's going to be back. You got the man, the myth, the legend, Moneybag Sluka coming into the mix. The Holy Cross kid who played for Bob Chesney over there at HC. Sluka's into the mix at JMU. And I tell you this, one of the most talented pure runners in the sport when it comes to quarterback. When Alonzo Barnett comes back, look out for a little JMU offense to run 2 quarterbacks on the field at once and really start to play some fun offense. That's a little Ebo telling me that in my ear. How do I go about? I mean, I did the same thing as Kayce, so I might as well roll through each round.
You should seed it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what us ball knowers do. We look and we assess and we go round by round as we should to crown the eventual champion. My 5 Utah beats my 12 JMU. 6 Penn State edges out 11 Arizona State. 7 Notre Dame beats 10 Mizzou, and 8 LSU beats 9 Washington, thus leading us to a Clemson LSU rematch, which Clemson wins. Ohio State Notre Dame, once again Ohio State wins. Georgia beats Penn State. Utah beats Texas. That now gives us Clemson, Utah in the semis. I'm going to take Clemson over Utah. I'm going to take Georgia over Ohio State. It's a 1-3 national championship. I'm taking Clemson with the right to reserve, the right to change this pick if everyone picks Clemson. If I want to switch to Georgia and declare Georgia champions this year and next year, I have the right to do so.
I don't think that's how this works.
It's how I work.
We argue with that, Kayce.
I mean, yeah. Listen, like, how am I supposed to argue with that? But we do have the
right.
We do.
If we're all throwing the tiger paw, if we're all throwing the tiger paws on the graphic, I gotta swerve.
I mean, I have the same title game as you. I have Georgia, Clemson. So, like, if you want to be a contrarian, you can do that. But
in this hypothetical, it would actually be the ultimate Dabo victory if he was to avenge that embarrassing ass whooping to start last season with a national title win over the team that beat the fuck out of them.
Yes.
To start. Like, it was not even close last year.
Well, and that's
still a very talented roster.
When you talk about I said it earlier, it's like, who do I trust the most? I mean, obviously Kirby Smart, I think, is the best coach in college football right now. But I think that they'll always have 1,000,000 5 stars. They'll always have all the talent in the world, but they have more question marks. Like, I trust Dabo in a situation where he's got none of them. Like, he has no question marks, in my opinion. So the avenge of that, and like to avenge it over after like Kirby Smart just kicked his dick in, it would be poetic.
It would.
Brandon, go for it, King.
Number 1 seed, Clemson Tigers.
Ooh.
Will go undefeated this season. The number 2 seed and Big Ten champion Penn State Nittany Lions will be your number 2 seed. After starting 0-1, the LSU Tigers will go either 11-1 or 10-2 and win the SEC to grab the number 3 seed. Just ahead of the team they beat in the SEC championship game, Texas, the 4 seed. Ohio State grabs the 5 seed, based on, at worst, falling to being the 2nd best team in the Big Ten. Oregon, who I'm not 100% sure about, but I don't see 3 losses on the schedule.
Their schedule
number
is very
6
easy.
seed. Georgia, who I wanted to take out, who I don't believe in, but ultimately Kirby Smart he knows how to get to 10-2.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 seed, the Miami Hurricane. They will finish 11-1 or 10-2 and lose to Clemson in the ACC championship game as the clear 2nd best team in that conference. Number 9, the only team out of the Big 12, because I think the Big 12 champion could be 9-3 or 10-2, or it's not going to be 11-1 like you guys say. Utah's going 11-1 and making a playoff. No.
12-0 actually.
This league is way too close and way too competitive for someone to go 11-1 or 12-0. The Baylor Bears are the 9 seed.
Ooh.
The Missouri Tigers, because what we ignored last year is that more important than how good you are is who you play. Blutman's already said it. But last year, Indiana was not a top 12 team. They went to the playoff. SMU was not a top 12 team. They went to the playoff. Tennessee probably wasn't the third best team in the SEC, but had the easiest schedule out of the ones who were competing to be the third best team in the SEC. They went to the playoff. Texas got to fucking skate to the playoff last year.
Skate.
Missouri is going to skate to the playoff this year. 10-2 gets them in, and there's not more than 2 losses on that schedule. The Nebraska Cornhuskers are the 11 seed. Now, conference-wise, if you want to switch Missouri and Nebraska 10-11 so you can avoid a Big Ten matchup in the first round, whatever. Missouri 10, Nebraska 11, UNLV 12. I don't have anybody that nobody has said, but Nebraska is the team I have staked my claim on, and Big Ev is trying to get on the bus, and that's fine.
It's fucked up.
And now Blutman is trying to get on the Missouri bus. And don't think I don't notice you trying to get on the Missouri bus, Blutman.
It's fucked up.
But I'm not going to let you do it. I've been driving the Missouri bus for years, and you're not going to take this bus from me.
Yeah, you have, and then you didn't ride in the SEC preview, and only I rode on that bus, and I don't even have a driver's license, so that was kind of odd.
Why not?
You don't have a driver's license, Liam?
No, I don't drive. What's the point? Also, Big Av Nebraska clip did go out last week on social.
Thank you.
Mine could have gone out.
Shout out Lukey Blutman.
Blutman, didn't you get like in some pretty big beef with Missouri fans last year?
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, because like Brandon Walker, we tell the truth and get in trouble.
Hey, Brandon's not done. I'm not done.
Also, I don't have a driver's license anymore either.
Respect.
Wow.
I live in New York.
Hey, that's just big city living right
You're
there.
national champion, and everybody says, how can you trust that team? How can you trust that coach? I want to take you back.
Oh, God.
10, 15 years. And I'll tell you why James Franklin and Penn State can win the national champion. Because they have the most complete team. They have a top 5 quarterback. They have a top 3 roster. And you say, oh, but they won't win a big game. They can't break through. Remember when Clemsoning was a thing 15 years ago? And year after year after year after year, it was Clemsoning. And then they finally broke through. Remember when Kirby Smart got to Georgia and changed everything around, but could never beat Alabama, and year after year after year after year, he loses to Alabama in the big spot, and then he broke through. Remember when Ryan Day couldn't break through against the Big Ten or Michigan, and bang, he breaks through last year. So if all these guys can break through, why the fuck can James Franklin not break through? He can, and he will. James Franklin, Penn State, the national champs.
I love your logic. Like, I really like in terms, if I'm a Penn State fan, everything you said, I'm just fucking pumping myself listening to it because that makes complete sense. If I wanted to play devil's advocate or contrarian, I would just say that while those other guys had maybe, maybe hadn't broken through, were they facing the mountain of evidence that Franklin is? Maybe Clemson was, because Clemsoning was an actual term, to your point. But like James Franklin has been spectacularly poor in these in big matchups.
I think Kirby was. I think if you remember the year they won the national title, they went 2017, they couldn't beat Alabama, 18, 19, 20. They couldn't ever beat Alabama. Then 21, they have the best team with the best defense maybe in the last 30 years of college football. And Alabama boat races them in the fucking SEC championship game. And there was evidence that they were never, ever going to get over that hump. A month goes by, they play them again for a national championship, they kill them, and Georgia breaks through. But, I think there was enough evidence with Alabama and Georgia that Saban was never going to let Kirby get off the mat.
That I feel, and I agree, and I'm same thing with T-Bob. Like, I understand and follow the logic. Where I come in with James Franklin is it's not just like one team. It's like any of these big-time matchups that he has, he never can win them. That's the issue.
Let me answer that. So he is being punished right now because over the last few years, he hasn't been able to beat Michigan or Ohio State. Over the last 3 to 5 years, Who the fuck else has been able to beat them?
Yeah,
Not very many
that's a good
teams.
point.
That's
Good
fair.
I
point.
mean, Ohio
Sonny
State.
Dykes and TCU, but outside of that, yeah.
Oh, he couldn't beat Ohio State's team last year? Get in fucking line. It was an incredible team. He couldn't beat Michigan 2 years ago? Get in line. It's a pretty big fucking line.
Dan Lanning did it last year in his first year in the Big Ten.
And then what happened to his ass?
Well, I know, but I'm saying it's clearly it's possible. These teams aren't going undefeated.
It is possible, but they're also not losing these games 59-0. Like they are in these games. They're playing. They're just losing them, and eventually you're there enough, and the talent ticks in your favor a little bit, like it has this year. You can win them.
So Lukey just sent me. So we have the DraftKings Sportsbook odds, obviously. So T-Bob and Liam, I assume, are you still rolling with Clemson? Are you with us? Or are you taking Georgia?
I'm really considering.
Okay, well, you consider. So T-Bob and I, Clemson plus 1,000 on DraftKings. Ev, Ohio State plus 550. Brandon, Penn State plus 700. And then for our G5 picks, UNLV, which is Brandon and Ev, plus 1,500. Liam and T-Bob, JMU plus 1,100. And Boise State at plus 180. So shout out DraftKings. Listen. You got
so you have chosen betting, the oracles out west in the desert, no best. You and Ev have chosen the best then in Group of 5 and national championship. Is Ohio State really the best odds to win the Natty?
Well, I mean, technically it'd be. Well, I mean, they're like the favorite. Them. I mean, who is it? They got to be them. Georgia, Penn State, Clemson.
I'm saying, who has the best overall odds to win the Natty?
Probably Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Really?
I would think.
Texas.
Yeah, but listen, it's definitely not Ohio State. But I whatever it is, I think it's the lowest. There's no prohibitive favorite this year. Whoever the number one is has got the lowest odds.
Yeah,
not the lowest, the highest.
The longest odds.
Thank you very much. The longest odds. This is not a year where somebody's like plus 250. I think whoever's at the top is like plus 500 or something.
Texas plus 550, Ohio State plus 550.
Right. So
Ohio State is the co-favorite.
Yeah, but usually you got somebody that's like plus 300 or something like that. This
and
is not there's not really a favorite.
See, Ed, they want to call you a homer. You're not a homer. You're just you're just a realist, dude. Look, the oracles out west agree with you, dude.
Liam, are you switching?
Yeah, Georgia back-to-back national champions.
Okay, so
wow.
Well, they didn't win last year.
Yeah, they're already my pick next year, though.
Okay, all right.
Georgia is plus
2027 national champs.
They're plus 750 on DraftKings. So, all right, boys. That's our 12-team playoffs, so that they are officially locked in. Before we get to the Heisman, let's talk about Viore, T-Bob. I know you love Viore just as much as me. The versatility of that clothing just never gets better. Viore is incredibly versatile and comfortable, perfect for whatever your day brings. Of course, I've talked about it a lot. The matching sets, I just live in them now. I love them, but they've got everything for everybody. They've got the Sunday Performance Jogger, part of the Sunday collection. Like, it is one of those lines that you could lay on the couch. You could go to work. You could go work out. You can do everything with them, and you're going to look great doing it. It's ideal for fitness, ideal for training, but also very stylish and comfortable to wear all day. They also have the soft, lightweight 4-way performance stretch. So it moves with you, no restrictions. And as I've said, for the ladies out there or for the men that want to wear the yoga pants style, you can't see through anything. It makes you don't feel vulnerable in them. They are amazingly versatile, okay? Amazingly, and also very stylish. It's an investment in your happiness. And for our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at viore.com/roughness. That's VUORI.com/roughness. Exclusions to apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on the U.S. orders over $75, and you get free returns. Go to viore.com/roughness and discover the versatility of Viore clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. All right.
How do you feel about the male leggings? Because I started to explore that a bit the last year of my life.
Like, Brandon just rolling his eyes right now.
If you saw a guy in male leggings, what's your opinion? Because I started to do that last year, and it was, I got to be honest, I felt a little odd at times, but it was incredibly comfortable and a bit free and a bit exciting even.
I am very much on board with you wear what makes you comfortable and you wear what looks good, and it's all about the confidence. You want to walk around with your leggings, let that ass pop, sir.
You're right. All right, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, no, listen, no judgment from me. The Viore clothing makes that ass pop, T-Bob.
Brandon, you want to throw on some male leggings with me? Some yoga pants.
Whenever Dan started wearing Spanx, I was like, go off, King. Like, I don't like we can wear all that stuff. Why can't you guys?
Brandon, we should wear Spanx, dude. Yeah, that's for us.
No.
What?
No. Kayce, who's in the Heisman? What are the Heisman things?
Okay, so Brandon said, don't just come with the Heisman winner, come with the 5 finalists for the Heisman. I'm just going to play the game of they're all going to be in New York. I don't know what's the highest numbers gone in New York? Is it like 7? No, 7 seems too many.
I don't know. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. Let's just say 5. 5 sounds right.
Okay, so Brandon, since you like to go last, would you like to go first this time so people don't steal yours?
Yeah, I'll go first. Number 5, and this is a guy I'm just increasingly getting more confident about as the season comes close, and T-Bob continues to be wrong about everything. Carson Beck is not a bad quarterback. Carson Beck was a victim last year of his own headspace, and Georgia and Kirby Smart recruiting every 5-star in the world on defense and recruiting the dumbest pass-dropping receivers you've ever seen in your entire life.
They led
the country in drops last year. They had no running game to speak of to bail them out. I think Carson Beck is a lot better than he proved at Georgia last year. 2 years ago, I thought he was fantastic. I think he is a top 5 finisher. Number 4, Drew Aller. Number 3, Jeremiah Smith. Number 2, Cade Klubnik, the runner-up to the Heisman. And the Heisman winner, unfortunately, and I don't like it, but with the weapons, winning the SEC, I think Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, is your Heisman Trophy winner. Oh, now
That's right, Brandon Walker. Fuck yes, Brandon. Great pick, dude.
There's mine.
Okay, T-Bob, follow it up.
Great pick. All right. So I think there's a chalky 3 here, right? And that is the Klubnik, Nussmeier, Aller trio. Like, I think we would all agree that it feels more likely than not that those 3 are finalists. So I'll go one more. So on look, for Aller, it's all about, can he fulfill the wide receiver potential and not be too freaked out by the loss of his safety blanket, Tyler Warren. I think the thing that's going to hold Aller back is James Franklin. And I just mean from a pure statistical standpoint. I'm not talking wins and losses. Also, the fact that you got Singleton and Allen coming back, like, they're going to rely on that run game. Franklin, a lot of games, is going to say, hey, let's just win this bitch and let's run it. And for that reason, I think Aller may not amass the stats that he needs to win it, but he'll be there. Nussmeier. So I think that Nuss made the most mistakes out of that trio last year. And there are elements of the newer offensive line that have me concerned. But like Brandon said, maybe the best weapons in the country, or like as good as anybody else. He's the most fuck it and chuck it of these players. Like, he'll fucking take shots, which is maybe where he did run in, greatest strength, greatest weakness type of deal. Honestly, he's kind of the opposite of Aller in that maybe he could be helped a bit by having some of the pressure taken off his shoulders by the rest of his team. And then nobody's closer, I don't think, to winning it than is Cade Klubnik. He's in the best situation, easiest schedule, but still enough big games to make public statements. A very clean year last year. I mean, you look at his stats, really the only thing you would want to see improve would be yards per attempt. Because like quarterbacks, Heisman winning quarterbacks got to have a little bit more chunkage in him. And no Phil Maffa, more opportunity to make those plays. Okay, so I think those 3 all make it. Number 4 on my list is Jeremiah Smith. Of course, I think Jeremiah Smith will leave Ohio State as a Heisman winner. I don't know if it's this year because I don't know about the quarterbacks yet. But I think he'll be like Devontae Smith. He'll be the next wide receiver to win it. Anthony Hill is my 5th guy. I'll continue to bang the Anthony Hill drum from Texas. And although I don't think he'll win, I think he's the most interesting player in this group. Because if Texas is going to win that, if they're going to do great things, it's going to be because of the defense more so than anything else. And look at the trajectory from Hill. He comes on as a freshman, an immediate impact, 67 tackles, 8 tiffles, 5 sacks. That jumps all the way to 113, 16 and a half, and 8 in year number 2. and now he's going into year number 3. Are you shitting me? Have y'all ever seen The Matrix?
No.
No.
Are you sure you have the title right? What are you?
Jesus
what are you?
Christ.
I
The
think you're
Matrix,
thinking of-
guys.
What year is
you're thinking
that?
of-
1999, one of the top 10 films of all time.
I know what The
Oh,
Matrix is. I've just never seen it.
No, you're thinking of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, right?
I do love Oh Brother, Where Are They? I am a man. No, I love Oh Brother, Where Are They? But no, The Matrix, guys. There's a scene at the end.
Are you thinking of
When
Starship
Neo-
Troopers?
No, hey, I fucking love Starship Troopers. I mean, those are some of the first boobs I ever saw. Shout out Starship Troopers, dude. That and Titanic. No, you're distracting me. The point is, there's a scene at the end of The Matrix when Neo comes back to life.
Who's
and
in
he sees the Matrix for what it is. It's code. He understands it. That's Anthony Hill playing football in year number 3. He sees all the elements. Okay, everything is
Oh.
going to be so slow for him.
Keanu?
Keanu Reeves. Duh.
Speed. You're
I thought
thinking
that
of
was
Speed.
sarcastic. No,
He's thinking of
God
Speed.
damn it. No, I'm not thinking of Speed. I'm thinking of The Matrix. The point is, Anthony Hill is going to be a Heisman finalist, a defensive Heisman finalist, very rare nowadays. He's going to burst onto the scene week 1 against Big Ev's boys. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take Anthony Hill to win the Heisman. Anthony Hill,
Ooh.
defensive Heisman winner. Let's go.
Did you make out with him?
What?
When did you become Anthony Hill's
How did you
biggest
know?
fan?
How did you know?
In the leggings. It was in the leggings.
Because you know what it fucking is? Can you imagine being the unquestioned best linebacker in the nation, playing for the Texas Longhorns and wearing number 0? Do you know the amount of big
DeMar
dick
being
energy
overthrown.
that is involved in that combination? I mean, that is
I don't
fucking
understand.
sexy and manly and Bat Agent 0 type shit. Give me Anthony Hill.
Hey, Liam, can you hear me?
Yeah, Brian.
What about the fact that he might be the second best player on that defense?
You sometimes you gotta let T-Bob go and cook his own food, and you might not eat the food, but you know it's gonna be pretty solid food on his table and on ours.
Because Colin Simmons is going to be a monster.
Colin Simmons brand might be the best player on that team.
I know.
But
I know,
but who's the man in the middle? Who's the man? You know what
Arch Manning.
defense? You know
Arch
what
Manning.
people
Yeah,
fucking love? You know what people fucking love? A middle linebacker.
You know what
It's
people
a
love?
rare art
You know what people
nowadays.
love?
A middle fucking linebacker.
Hey, T-Bob, you know what people love too?
What?
Just seeing ATK stats. They love seeing assisted tackles.
Oh, wait. Lawrence Fishburne in that movie?
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, Aquila and the Bee.
No, god damn it. No. Do
Wait,
you know
Oh,
the dojo?
Aquila and the Bee.
That's a good movie.
No, the dojo scene in The Matrix with Keanu and Lawrence Fishburne took like a month to film. It's one of the
Karate
great
Kid.
all-time action
She
scenes.
goes to the spelling bee.
It's goddamn Morpheus, guys.
And she goes to the spelling bee and she's up against this other kid, and then his dad treats him bad, so she throws the word, and then he realizes she throws the word, so he throws the word, and then they look at each other and like, I know you threw a word, and then they're like, nah, let's just fucking run this bitch out. And they did.
It's the fucking Matrix, guys. It's one of the best movies ever made. What are we doing?
T-Bob
Well,
is losing his
Hey,
shit.
agree to disagree.
I've never seen it. I guess I should. I know, but I know all the references.
They won the
I know.
spelling bee together.
Yeah, they want to spell it together.
Like this, hand in hand, like this.
Yeah, it's
Hands
15
up
words.
together.
Apparently, if you get to 15 words, they run out of words.
Yeah, they just, hey, you both won. Co-winners.
It is so beautiful.
Fuck you. I've never seen
Hey,
that movie. It
Brandon,
actually
hey.
sounds fantastic.
He said Caterpillar. CATERPILLAR.
Keep going.
Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
And-
Nailed
and-
it.
Don't
and his
overspell
dad-
that right.
His dad's an asshole, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna," and she threw the word, but he knew immediately, man. He knew.
Yep.
That's a spelling bee word.
Well,
I don't know why
No. Spelling bee word would be like onomatopoeia.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
No, I spelled it right. I did spell caterpillar right.
Yeah, you nailed it. I thought you were going to fuck it up. You nailed
I
it.
thought it was
I thought you
C.
were reading.
I'm so bad at
P.
spelling. Spelling is so hard.
A-E. No,
Mm-mm.
E. All right, who's
Wait.
next?
I'm gonna let Big Ev go next.
All right. Yeah, I've got a relatively chalky 4, but I've got one that's no one said yet. I've talked about him a lot, talked about this team today. I think he's going to be a star. I'll put him 5th for this segment. Damon Williams is a special talent, dual threat kind of guy. I've already talked about the way I think they're going to make the playoff. I think they have a big season. I think a lot of that is going to be because of Damon Williams. Like he said, big passing numbers. They have Denzel Boston, good rushing numbers as well. Good team. I think he maybe gets an invite to New York. I'll say Arch half of this take is that America's going to want a Manning sitting in New York for that ceremony. And if he has the kind of year I think he's going to have on the kind of team I think he's going to be on, Arch Manning will be there. J.J. Smith. Listen, honestly, my biggest fear in this is that I think he's going to have a game or two where he doesn't do a lot, just that they just say, you're not going to beat us. We're just going to kind of take you out of the game, kind of like Texas did, but everyone else is going to eat. That's my biggest fear. That was almost why I put Julian Sayin, just because the offense is so loaded with him, Tate, Innes, Max Clare, that I think Sayin could put up huge numbers and very well could be here. But
Can I ask you a question, Ev, on JJ? Because I've been wondering this. Will he average 100 yards a game? Which is like an impossible metric. I'm not saying like he should. I think he was at 86 or something last year. Will he? Because I feel like it's incredibly tough. But I feel like that's what you have to do to win a Heisman as a receiver.
Yeah, I mean that was my fear of putting him here. But also, again, a lot of the Heisman is hype. And I don't know if you saw that video of him at a sporting goods store today doing an autograph signing. It was fucking outrageous. And I think when you put the talent, the numbers, the hype around him, the kind of specimen he is, I think he very well could be there. He just got to have a couple huge games. Like I said, I'm worried about him having a game or two where they take him out of there. And I think he even talked about it this year, saying, "Hey, it took me a second that Texas game to kind of be like, hey, like let everyone else eat. I know you're not contributing the way you want to, but team's playing well. Keep going with it." So I have him there. And then the last two are a Garrett Nussmeier. Barring him get hurt, knock on wood, it feels just impossible that he is going to have just a massive season strictly from a number standpoint. All those receivers, they're going to throw the shit out of the ball. He's got a cannon for an arm. Love the Nuss bus. And then Cade Klubnik's going to win the Heisman this year. The numbers he's going to put up, I really think they're going to go undefeated. I think Dabo's going to be propping him up half of the year. Hey, this guy Cade, he's unbelievable. And I think he's unbelievable. Cade Klubnik wins the Heisman this year.
Okay, Blutman.
Number 7, one of my favorite dark horse picks, Damon Williams. I'm in lockstep with you, Ev. Been running this Washington train for a good bit. Jedfish getting at the tray on the tracks. The 1-2-3 three-head monster with Damon, Coleman, Boston is absolutely filthy. Damon's plus 7,500 to win the Heisman. I think that's a really good value bet. My number 6, as I did for bold predictions, I thought I'd be the only one to say a guy tonight who has a guy with no odds listed on DraftKings, but T-Bob Anthony Hill. For me, it's Ahmad Hardy, running back Mizzou, who just doesn't have odds on DraftKings for some reason. I would love to get him at 150, 200 at 1. The volume that this guy's going to have, the YPC, he's going to hit 15 touchdowns on the ground. He's going to have or more, like even more in the Scadaboo. People are going to be looking for their next Scadaboo.
Yeah,
this might be the guy that they see just tote that rock and fall in love with. He's a monster. Number 5, Devin Dampier. He's now plus 6,000. I think he leads an undefeated season for Utah. People listened, hopefully, when I told them to bet Dampier a few months ago in the spring when his number was at 100 to 1. That number's coming down big time for a reason. The dual playmaking ability, a dual threat. Number 4, Arch Manning. He's plus 650. Number 3, Jeremiah Smith. He's 11 to 1. Number 2 is Garrett Nussmeier, who's at plus 850, leaving me with Cade Klubnik as my Heisman winner at plus 950. I had a tough back and forth choosing between those two. I'm worried about Cade Klubnik in fourth quarters and blowouts. I'm worried about him not being
interesting.
able to I'm worried about him not being able to put up such gaudy numbers and Nussmeier being him out on the gaudy number front, but I think Clemson as a team, as a force, is going to garner the votes for a lot of the casual voters that be in the sport. I think Nussmeier's the best quarterback in the country. I think Klubnik wins the Heisman, though.
Okay, and I will.
Well, Kayce, I would love for you to give your Heisman, but I got to talk about the New York Steamer. I got to talk about Firehouse Subs.
Fair enough.
This fall, Firehouse Subs has your back with hot, hearty subs stacked high with premium meats, melty cheese, and freshly toasted rolls. And what I meant to do was Google the actual description for New York Steamer. Here's my description. It's got white bread. It's got, I believe, pastrami, melty cheese, and it's toasted perfectly. And whatever sauce they put on it is amazing and magical and perfect. And I love it. That and some chips and a drink is the best meal. I love Firehouse Subs. Yep.
It combines pastrami and corned beef with melted provolone, mayo, spicy mustard, and a special Italian dressing, all on a toasted bun.
You got to be shitting me, man. Big portions, bold flavor. Subs that actually hit when you're hungry. Once football season kicks off, the last thing you want to do is cook. Let Firehouse Subs handle it for your football game watching. Whether you're watching the game, tailgating, or just avoiding the kitchen, Firehouse Subs has you covered. Crave-worthy subs for every matchup. Firehouse is the sub you want on game day. It's hot, it's hearty, it is piled high. Don't wait until kickoff. Download the Firehouse Subs app right now. Get up to $10 off your first order. Big portions, easy ordering. Game day handled. Order now in the Firehouse Subs app. New account is required at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid for 1 week after account registration. Additional terms apply.
Shout out their hot sauce bar. All right. The 5 men, I believe, that will be in New York. I'm going to go backwards. I believe
That's
the same thing
Texas.
as what?
No, so no women in your Heisman top 5? Wow.
Connor Griffin won't be pleased.
No. Misogynist.
I almost made a sexist joke against my own kind, but I'm just going to take the higher road. Ev, I agree with you. I think Arch Manning will be there. He's my number 5 pick. With as good as I think Texas is going to be, like, he's obviously, you talk about hype. I mean, there's probably nobody with a more hyped up name in college football right now. I think they're going to be incredible. I don't know if his numbers are going to be super gaudy, but I believe Arch Manning will get the invite. Somebody that, I don't have Notre Dame going to the playoff, but I believe when you talk about a little bit of gaudy numbers, I think Jeremiah Love will get a lot of votes. I think he's going to be putting up a lot of numbers on the ground. I don't know who their quarterback is at this point. I don't know what their situation is going to be. And when we did the top 5 players in the country, I have him high up there because I think he is the type of guy like Ashton Genty last year, where we're tuning into Notre Dame games to watch this man cook. So I think he's going to get an invite to New York. This is no shock if you've been listening to all the previews, and I don't think that South Carolina is good. I think Lenora Sellers is going to put up video game type numbers. I do think he'll be there. Again, my high risk, high reward pick. I have Jeremiah Smith at number 2. The same concerns that some of you guys have is, like the quarterback situation, but I do believe he'll be there. And then, as chalky as it can be, since I took Clemson, I think Cade Klubnik will win it. I think that they're going to have a really special year. And as far as him getting taken out of games and stuff, like, I don't know all the voters. I don't know, obviously, like, if some of them are even paying attention half the time. But I do think Clemson, if that is a situation where he's not playing full games, it's going to be so blatantly obvious that that's why he's not playing, that he's not going to be a casualty of not being able to pad numbers because he's playing for Clemson and he's playing for Dabo. It'd be different if it was a team that's not going to get as much hype, I guess. But yeah,
fair.
Cade Klubnik, my Heisman winner.
All right. So there were, 2 Cade Klubniks or 3?
I have him.
I think
Somebody else had him.
3.
I did not have him. I had Anthony Hill.
I did.
That's right.
So Anthony Hill, 3 Cade Klubniks, and Garrett Nussmeier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
And I think I'm the only one that didn't have Drew Aller. No Drew Aller for me.
I didn't know Drew Aller.
Oh, never mind. Well, when
Drew Aller
T-Bob said
didn't make my
the chalk picks.
Yeah, that's on me. I thought I assumed that we were all going to have that trio in there, so I didn't mean to
No,
mislead.
we ain't Heisman voters.
We should be.
Well, some of us are.
Sorry.
I was going to say, does anybody have a vote on this?
Brandon,
podcast?
you
Is
do?
Brandon?
I don't remember that happening.
Well, I don't have one, but I'm pretty sure Liam does.
No,
there's
I
one,
don't. No, I don't. It'd be a I wouldn't want a Heisman vote. I wouldn't want to be associated with all the Heisman voters. They do such a bad job.
Agreed.
That is fair.
So you have votes to like the Bolitnikov and a bunch of them.
Yeah,
right?
Bolitnikov and all that stuff. Doak.
Just really quickly, because this is our only episode this week. So for programming standpoint, this will be the episode for week 0, and then we will come back week 1. We will have 3 episodes a week. But just, do we have any predictions for Farmageddon?
I haven't dove into it enough.
I know it's Sunday
really
night. I know it's like you guys are going to camp this week, but I mean,
I like Kansas State as a team more than I like Iowa State. But
me too.
All right.
So I would say this, outside of predictions, because I agree, I haven't done like my specific game deep dive, but we should appreciate some of these storylines at play here. These are 2 great quarterbacks going toe to toe here in Rocco Beck and Avery Johnson. Kleeman's been knocking on the door. Kleiman, I apologize, whatever, however you'll say it, been knocking on the door for a while. Kayce, you had Kansas State in your playoff, right? Yes. So they have to win this game.
Yes, no, I think they're going to win this game for sure.
This is an immediate potential separator between who will end up making it in the Big 12. So I don't know who I think is going to win it, but I think what I want to highlight is we are not going to get this high quality of a matchup normally in this type of game. So appreciate it while we have it, because this is fucking stellar.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got to do like my deep dive. I know Iowa State's catching 3. Dogs are always intriguing to me, but I gotta really dive in.
What,
Yeah, UNLV plays football on Saturday, so you guys should be completely locked in.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Zero. You go. Sorry, Blood. Go ahead. Sorry. If you're listening to audio, my kids just walked downstairs. Odie just gave me a kiss.
No,
sorry, Blood. Go ahead.
It's all good. Fresno State KU on Saturday. Fun stuff, man.
Week 0,
UIW playing football. Yeah, we got a good slate, and everyone's only focused on the farm in Dublin. How about little Stanford, Hawaii?
Oh,
how about a little Hawaii receiving course? So nasty.
Hawaii on the island. You already know.
That is a big Ev game. Like, if I ever see Hawaii on my DraftKings app, like, I know that Big Ev has placed that bet 10 out of 10. I don't even have to ask.
Yeah, Hawaii on the island money line. I think actually they're laying 2 now, but give me Hawaii. Stanford Stanford going all the way over there. They're atrocious.
Well,
yeah, man, having an ACC team having to go to Hawaii, go to the islands, brutal for them. Pofele Ashlock, though, man, special talent on the island.
They make them fly to Florida and then to Hawaii.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Ooh, that's not great.
Part of the ACC, got to do ACC travel.
All right, boys. So the next time we talk, it is officially football season. Brandon, have an amazing time at camp this week. I know you're very excited about that.
Are you going?
Nah, I'm not going unless you add me last second.
Okay, well, I'll see you next week.
All right.
We'll be kicking in the office this week, bro. I got you.
Yeah, we might.
That's unnecessary roughness.